See, it came. Oh, I'm coming through. Hey, what's up? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are now tuning in to the Cooler Talk Monday, exclusively on the Bad Mike Sports channel. I am your host, the sixth man, K-Styles. Giggity. Boy. And to my stage left, it is the one, the only, genocidal, suicidal, bad Mike. Whoa. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, man? How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing better than Alex. I can tell you that much.
Right. Damn, that's some good ass tea. Yeah. Definitely make sure y'all drink some tea. If you don't, get you some lemon and some ginger. Boy.
Ooh, boy.
Now, Mike, you already know how we got to start the show off, man. How do we always start the show off, right? Roll call. Yeah, eat your greens too. They call me say oolong or great. I would say mine is neither. It's lemon and ginger. But roll call today. We definitely appreciate Big Ant being the newest member of the Bad Mike Sports channel.
Thank you, Big Ray.
Big Ant, that's the nose tap, boy. Y'all already know what the deal is. In today's roll call, we're gonna kick this off right. We got Darnell, Mr. Adams, Bill. We got Pat Norris, Melvin Emery. Cut that off. Floyd Donnelly, Trey Hill. Like I said, Big Ant in the building. Joseph Thornton. We got God's the one smoke. We got Devon in the building. Marius, Mr. 58 himself. D. Coleman, the OG, is in the building. Jerome 69. Bubba Gump, Sonia. Boomer Falcon. Appreciate you tuning in with us, man. Like I said, we was gonna kick it off at the normal time. I said, no, we'll go ahead and kick it off a little bit early. See how this works out. So we're gonna cut that off here in 3, 2, boom. All right, people. As we already know, man, it is now time and officially near the end of the season. Before we get to our main topic, Mike, we had a couple games this past Sunday. Am I correct?
Indeed.
We got it. Indeed. What was your thoughts on these games? Whichever one you want to start off first. As a lot of people may not know, the Philadelphia Eagles defeated the San Francisco 49ers 31-7. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20. Which one you want to kick it off with right quick? That's one hell of a steal picture. So, while we waiting on Mad Mike Sports, I'll give y'all my thoughts on the game, man. Wasn't much offense going on. Wasn't much good offense going on. Now, as we saw the Philadelphia game, what I saw was typical Shanahan fashion. As you know, the new one, Mr. Brock Purdy, got hurt in the first quarter. So, and it was all downhill from there. Now, Philadelphia's passing game didn't go so well. I want to ask everybody that's watching, what did Philadelphia do? What did the Philadelphia Eagles do? As we're waiting on Mad Mike Sports to come back with the stats. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Run. Yep. Bubble gum. Right. Mr. 58. Right. For those that don't know what they did, they literally said it in the chat. They ran the damn ball. Now, hold on while I go ahead and put up the stats of, I wouldn't call it the stats of an aptitude. This was pretty much a defensive game. This is why when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles and you look at the 49ers, they've built their teams in a certain fashion to where their defenses are the stars of the team. As you already know, Jalen Hurts still wasn't healthy. They couldn't really they passed the ball for 121 yards. Yeah, and 49ers had to go with Josh Johnson. Anybody remember that damn name? Exactly. But when it comes to playoff football, it's two things that's certain to win your games, and that's defense and running the ball. They scored all 4 touchdowns on the ground. Wow, Kyle Shanahan's getting he's getting all the work from 49ers fans and Falcon fans alike. Damn, Tim. Did you have to do it like that? Yeah, Josh Johnson been in the league for so long, bro. When they said he got in the game, I ain't know what the hell. I thought it was a whole nother Josh Johnson. But this is the one thing that, you know, we over here in the conglomerate what we always preach on, OG Sam as well. A lot of y'all, it's all about balance, man. And And we know as Falcon fans, like I said, we speak on running the damn ball. But and the reality is you still have to have a certain sense of balance. And when you knew Josh Johnson got in the game, you already knew them motherfuckers was not throwing the ball past 3 yards. I'm still trying to figure out why the hell you running 5 wide sets with a quarterback you know ain't played all year.
You took the word right out of my. I was not. I wasn't. How can I say this? I expected their offense to struggle, but it just shows you how fucking stupid Shanahan is. He's a fucking moron. He kept trying to do the same shit with the same quarterback. This dude is an RPO machine, all right? Let's call it what it is. Josh Johnson is an RPO machine, and he kept trying to run the same offense.
Are you sure he's an RPO damn guy? I don't even know what the hell he is.
It's like he's a quarterback that likes to run the ball, all right? You can ask him to throw a slant, and that's about it. An occasional deep ball. This motherfucker got him trying to go cut passes and all this. That's not who he is. Like Shanahan's just a damn idiot, man. Like he kept running the same offense, and that's where I say with Kyle Shanahan that he needs to be fired is because his offense is all his quarterbacks. I said it earlier. All his quarterbacks get hurt. Not just one, all of them. Every last one of them get hurt. All of them always get hurt. That's the common denominator. You go all the way back to Houston, to Cleveland. The only person that he didn't get hurt was Matt Ryan. And he almost got him killed in 2015. They keep that real. He almost got Matt Ryan killed in 2015. I'm surprised he even survived 2015. So I say this, they just got their ass beat when it came down to. And that's why I was trying to tell little youngster earlier today. Sometimes schematic, you can kiss all that shit goodbye when they talk about the playoffs. You can kiss all that schematics because look, everybody don't see what they can see at that point in time in the playoffs. All right. You ain't gonna throw up no elaborate scheme, no elaborate play. You ain't gonna put a guy at nose tackle. They ain't got to be ain't no business in the nose tackle. Look, they don't see all your tricks. It comes down to can you beat me and can you beat them 1-on-1 with the great one. All right, that's what it comes down to. And Philadelphia just whooped they asses from the start to finish. All right. That's what that was about. That's what the playoffs is all about. Is who has the better roster, who has the better talent, who's going to win 1-on-1. And the Eagles, from the very jump, they kicked San Francisco offensive line ass. The end.
Well, Mike Tyson always say, everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like I said, that's definitely why trenches is important. And we're gonna get to the other game as well. But yeah, man, like you said, that just shows when you put money into the trenches. Like I said, if that's where your foundation and where your building block is, see, now you can stack pieces. You can stack pieces and you can stack a team like Philadelphia. See, they attack their trenches first and foremost on both sides of the football, then work their way outwards. That's how you build a team. Trent Williams had enough.
That motherfucker said, hell no. I'm telling my inner Undertaker. That motherfucker choked down.
That boy went Uncle Howdy on y'all ass, boy.
Bro. That motherfucker said, fuck this shit. Fuck this damn game.
Exactly.
Motherfucker out there good punching tight ends and linebacker. I forget his name. What his name is? Greenbrier, whatever the fuck his name is. That motherfucker's out there punching
Greenlaw.
motherfuckers in the stomach. Greenlaw.
Bro,
yeah, I like, bro, y'all really, yeah, y'all just got manhandled.
Yeah. That's when you know a team is mentally defeated, when they start trying to fight motherfuckers on the damn field.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just like Blackberry here said, the trenches is where the wars are won and lost. Yes. Now, enough of that. That sweet taste of Kyle Shanahan getting his ass whooped in the playoffs again. Let's get to the other game. Cincinnati, Kansas City. Once again, you have two high-powered offenses. As the Kansas City Chiefs defeated Cincinnati Bengals 23-20. You have two high-powered offense, two young gunners at quarterback. You got receivers all over the place. But once again, Cincinnati, what didn't Cincinnati do that didn't make it no better for them? They forgot to do one thing.
They did, K-Stone. They did.
They did it again.
I'm just like it's like you ever that Spider-Man pick when
they point at each other.
Yeah, that's how that feel watching Cincinnati. The reason why I say that, because they look like they look exactly like the Atlanta Falcons.
Right.
All I was seeing was the 2017, 18, 19 Falcons. It's the same stuff over and over. I was so frustrated watching that game, and many of us was in the chat, and we was all right, why getting Mixon involved? Everybody kept saying the same thing over and over again.
That's where your advantage.
That man tried to make
Joe Shiesty the goddamn hero again, and it cost him another playoff game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is what we talking about. The reason why we are not so heavily behind trying to get no big name type of guy. This is why the media has failed a lot of these teams, because they putting the pressure on these coaches to make these quarterbacks into these superstars when it's not necessary. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes didn't look great neither. You know, he was hurt. Still didn't look good. I'm trying to see how many sacks Kansas City had. Kansas City had 5 sacks.
Yep, 5 sacks. They dominated from the very beginning. Yet, what's his name? Zach Taylor, the offensive coordinator?
Right.
Yeah. He still tried to do the same thing. He pulled a dirt cutter. I don't get down with him. I'm gonna throw this ball.
And that's just like what Jerome here said.
That's exactly
right. Like I said, like I said, this is just one of those cases where we keep talking about. I understand Joe Burrow and I understand Patrick Mahomes. You're trying to build the NFL around these guys to be superstars. But as we already see in the playoffs, Mike, what do you always say? You can't have just a passing game. You can't just have a running game. What you got to have?
You got to have a total team and total balance. Got to play, bro.
Right.
This is everybody has talent. Like I said, everybody has talent. Everybody has talent that's in the playoff. You're in the playoff, you're a talented team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And like I said, it is sad too because I would have thought after last year's Super Bowl he would have learned his lesson as far as being that understanding that balance. He did it again. You let me read this right quick. It Mike said it earlier in his Unleashed. I'm gonna read it again for the people that may not have caught it. Hell, be honest with you, both teams didn't run the ball worth of shit either. But Cincinnati had a bigger advantage running with the running back position than Kansas City Chiefs did. Joe Mixon had 8 carries for 19 yards. Why? This is the fake. This is how we was looking when you got a running back like that. This is how we looking. When you got a running back that's capable of giving you some yards, who gave you 100 and almost 110 last week, and you gave that nigga 8 carries for 19 yards. Joe Burrow led the team in rushing with 30 yards. Why? Like I said, Kansas City didn't make it no better neither. They running backs play like ass too. But Pacheco had 10 carries for 26 yards, and both quarterbacks threw the ball over 40 times. No. You don't do that in the playoffs. Let me see what y'all thoughts on that. All right. Let's see what this $5 super chat from Jamal Grant said. The Super Bowl show what could be when you build around a dual threat quarterback. More quarterbacks of that nature is on the rise. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of have to disagree on that. It's not so much as building around a dual threat quarterback. It's about building the team in the trenches. Like I said, Kansas City's defense ain't no world beaters, but they get pressure.
It's built where it matters most.
Right. I understand what you're saying about the dual threat quarterback thing. If you really, really be honest, every damn quarterback coming out of college is 95% of the quarterbacks 90% of the quarterbacks that's coming out of college are dual threat quarterbacks. So he like I said, it's going to naturally go down to that road.
Right.
We got John St. Clair in the building, Coach Unchained. Y'all make sure y'all show some love. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Shouts out to him. Yeah. Yeah, neither team could. Damn. I about to say, Mike, you got that Zach Taylor playbook going on over there. All right, but I thought it'd be very interesting to kind of give our thoughts on that. So, as we already know, like I said, it's gonna be the Eagles and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I just
my
say it like
bad.
this. Nah, you good, man. You good. We just gonna let y'all know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Shit, my thing messed up last time. Y'all was messing up this time. What kind of is that? We got some planned for the Super Bowl. I'm just gonna say that now. All right. You wanna go ahead? We're gonna go ahead and get to the main event of tonight's show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mike.
Yo.
I made like I said, we planned this show to be on this topic earlier today, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Indeed.
You want to go ahead and tell? Well, they probably already know, but you want to go ahead and explain to them what the NFL has done now. This is before we even found out about this.
As far as the NFL, um, they have reversed things to back from where it was before. Um, Last year it was $208 million in salary cap. This year, teams gain about 16, almost 17 million, about 16.6 in salary that's allocated towards the salary cap. So I think that's significant because now you can go out and get a few veteran guys that may be teetering on the brink of, you know, like Ndamukong Suh, you know, those types of guys that may be looking for a team, and you can kind of bring them in doing playoff towards the end of the season, the middle of the season. Um, I think that is a huge.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a huge. Don't necessarily say a stimulus check. Goddamn, that's a hell of a stimulus check.
It would seem like
hell, I need 16 million.
they seem like one of them equity checks that hit in for the NFL,
but,
boy.
Bro, that's a hell of a stimulus. That's what you got. So I think it's huge because now you can do a little bit more with the salary.
Right.
Especially with the, like I said, especially with the veteran players, man. I think that's big.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, that definitely. Doesn't mean they got to spend all of it, but like I said, it gives them a little wiggle room to do a little bit more. And the reason why we doing this is the question of the show is, what should the Falcons do? How should they attack this free agency and what we're going to do? We want to hear y'all thoughts, man. So we got the link in the chat. How do you feel the Falcons should attack this off season? You can speak either on a free agent that should be the main vocal point or a draft pick. Like I said, the choice is yours. Like I said, the
Let me
link
get
is in
this
the
black
chat.
man question.
Oh, it said, hey, yo, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Y'all's opinion, should we pay Caleb McGarry? This is the one that hurts.
I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Nah, this one hurts. It hurts for me to say it. Because I really want them to do it. But I don't think they should, to be honest. Somebody said Tad McGarry. I'm glad somebody said something about it, Tad. Mike, I think you put some numbers up on the franchise tag too as well. Let me see.
I did.
I'm about to say the NFL put out the numbers as far as franchise tags per position. So if you see any franchise tags here, the quarterback franchise tag is 32.4 million. Running back 10 million, wide receiver 20 million, tight end 11 million, offensive line 18 million. Defensive end 20 million, defensive tackle 19, linebacker 21, corner 18, safety 14, kickers, punters 5 million. And honestly, like you said with the Caleb McGarry question, is I would want to, but I wouldn't. I think they got big plans for Jalen Mayfield to be that right tackle. And that's one of the major reasons why you didn't really see him this year. And it's part of the game, baby.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. I was like, you got to keep investing into the trenches, man, because these salaries and it's largely due to the fact that they are obsessed with seeing quarterback numbers go up. So the more the quarterback numbers go up, you're gonna see wide receivers, offensive linemen, and obviously all offensive line and wide receiver numbers go up. Those are the direct. What's the word for it? I don't want to say it's like a bad thing. Could be a good thing, a bad thing, but that's the minimum. That's the market that they've set because you're passing the ball as much as they do. So you need it. You're going to need another guy like Caleb McGarry, and as much as I like him, I'm not paying any offensive tackle, especially your right tackle. I'm not paying $18 million. You can kiss my natural black ass.
Nah. If that's the case, like I said, if you ain't sure about Mayfield, you ahead and draft you a right tackle. If that's the case,
yeah.
Like I said, give me Cody Mock with his no fronts having ass.
Right. I'm not doing that. Like I said, I think Caleb McGarry is a terrific tackle. And he'll make a great tackle for anybody else. But you're talking about the money at this point.
Right.
It doesn't make sense, especially when you've yet to really build the foundation of your defensive line. That's a bad investment. That's a terrible investment.
Right. All right. Jerry, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, K-Styles and Mike?
Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Just came in to get my thoughts on the off season here.
Okay, do your thing. The floor is yours.
Yeah, so being that we have now got our defensive coordinator, it wouldn't shock me if they decided to just make a few moves for that interior line. Maybe and it's unpopular for some of our fans, but the Saints is probably a team to keep an eye on. Onyemata, Street. I think they got like 4 guys on that D line that's going to be free agents, and not saying we will get all of them, but you can't rule out the possibility with us grabbing their defensive assistant, grabbing a couple of those guys, and it's always beneficial because we got Taquan Graham, a young player, and we got a few other guys like Horn that are young, so you could use a little bit of veteran. You got Grady as the one veteran, but you could have like another veteran or 2 on that line of scrimmage. I'm big on the whole the run Payne. The problem with that is that I've seen in several instances online that the Washington Commanders are trying to re-sign him. Now, if he don't want to be there, that's a whole different conversation, but I think they're trying to keep him. So I wouldn't get my hopes too high for him, but I would keep an eye on the Saints for defensive trenches play. And then I would this is also probably going to be another unpopular opinion. I'll keep an eye on Michael Thomas too. And the reason why I say that is because apparently they done restructured this guy's contract to where if he's still on a roster by like sometime in mid-March or so, they're going to have to pay him like $30-something million. So I don't know if they did that so they can actually renegotiate a deal, or it's likely they're maybe trying to cut him. You know how they'll do that so they can save cap space by cutting the player. I'm wondering if that's their move, they're going to cut him. And then if he becomes a free agent, it wouldn't shock me being that we have once again, a guy who's been part of that for years as our GM. If he don't tap to see, hey, how would you like to come be a Falcon? You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't rule that out as well. And then I've heard a lot of talk about, what's his name, Bates? Jesse Bates? That's a big question because I think he wants a payday. And I think they're going to be kind of, they're going to make moves, but I don't know. They're going to still be looking at some of our own guys. So I don't know if they're going to try to break the bank for anybody. Like Lamar Jackson, all those guys, I really don't see those guys coming here because they don't want to end up in the same situation that they were before. I mean, they took a big dead cap hit this season just so they could have the opportunity to make some moves and bring in their guys. So with the defensive coordinator we just brought in, I think it's clear that you keep an eye on some of those guys because it's very possible he may bring some of those guys in to be kind of like veteran leadership for your Taquan Grahams and your Horn and what's the Tangelo? Do we still have Tangelo?
Yeah. They got him on the futures contract. Yeah,
another young guy that did really well last off season before he got hurt. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm not really thinking about the draft because I'm thinking like a lot of people are saying Jalen Carter or Will Anderson, but I'm thinking they're going to be gone, to be honest with you. I mean, being at 8, I don't know if they'll fall to us. I mean, they could. You never know. Draft is unpredictable, but, I mean, you got to determine, like, are these quarterbacks going to actually go, all of them going to go early? And if so, then it's possible they can fall to us, and maybe they'll address that with the high-end draft pick for a D-line in the draft. But I can truly see them wanting to build a defense with more. They already got a lot of young guys that are playing now, getting experience. You just need a few veterans to come along to continue to build on the foundation of this defense.
Okay. Hey, Jamaris, what's going on, man? Mr. 5'8" in the building.
What's up, everybody? Man, Mike.
Hey, Jerry, hold on with us right quick. We got another question for you, but we're going to let Jamaris get his take on. All right, what you got for us, man?
What I got is I think we should, pay the men, Chris Lindstrom, Caleb McGarry. That's just my opinion because
Okay.
how did Tyler Algier break that rookie franchise rushing record? That's good O-line play. Like, how did Emmitt Smith? He ain't no Marshall Faulk. Emmitt Smith wasn't no doggone Marshall Faulk or anything like that. He put up a stellar career with the Cowboys because of great offensive line play. I say we got set up a little contract negotiation. Terry Fontenot, as big as a mafia man that he is, I think he could pull some strings and get things done. And we could still do what we need to do on the defensive side, because that's what we need to put our focus on this offseason. We need help for Grady Jarrett. Okay, so we need to apply that pressure. That's what I've been looking for. Every time we get these defensive-minded head coach, this is what I've been looking for out of Mike Smith or Dan Quinn. I want that pressure. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on that.
All right. So, kind of getting back to that question as far as the free agency market. Let's say Daron Payne isn't there. And both of y'all can answer this, and after y'all get y'all answer, I'm gonna let Damian on here too. So let's say the Falcons don't get a Daron Payne. Who do you think, or if y'all know, that they could possibly look at as far as to fill that void? And like I said, that any one of y'all, whoever want to kick that one off. I'm about to say silence is gold. Nobody knows.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, no, you good.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Like I said, you got names out there. You got like
it's the same answer as last year. If it wasn't Davis, like last season, if it wasn't Davis from last season to get him, I don't know. If it ain't Payne, then I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right about that. Like I said, you got Tomlinson out there. Like I said, you got Hargreaves is actually going to command a lot more. It's very, like I said, it's going to be a very interesting. I wish I had these ready. But I kind of agree with you. Like I said, you really don't know because we don't even know who's going to get cut and where the cut's going to come from and all that stuff.
Let me say this real quick. I think it's important to understand where the focus is, and that'll help you kind of understand where to look. It's like if you look at how the Atlanta Falcons have been building their team and who they're being playing, they haven't really focused a lot on the skill players. They haven't really signed a bunch of corners. They've been getting corners that are just good enough as far as their skill set is concerned. They're very intelligent. Defensive line, they've been looking for guys who can stop the run, but these guys have athleticism where they can rush the passes. So if you look at that, they're not looking for guys that's going to break the bank as far as their defense is concerned. However, I would state this as even the biggest focus or tail in the offseason, that the Falcons typically look at the draft to get their superstars. They're not going out of their way to find superstars outside of the draft. They've yet to pay anybody significant money, one being that they don't have a lot of money. But if you look at how they attack the draft, most of the guys that they consider to be especially on the offense side of the ball, the guys that they went out and drafted, those guys have had significant impact on the offense. And that's the thing. So if you look at it like that, it can kind of give you an idea on how they're going to attack the defense. I believe personally that the Falcons are going to really double up on defensive tackle, possibly an edge guy, because you went out and got a guy like Lorenzo Carter. You brought in 2-3 other edge guys in the drafts, so you can kind of it kind of gives you an idea of what they're going to do. So like by looking at that, based on that formula, most of the offense that they draft, these guys are going to have significant impact. And then you look at free agency, most of our free agents have come via role players and I was like role players. Like I said, I really don't know about starters. I really haven't went out and got starters in free agency like that.
Yeah, Damian, this you?
Yes, sir. Nah, this is me right here.
Yeah, that was me. I was having issues when I asked that question earlier.
Yeah.
Probably saw me coming in and out. Now, I was going to say, as far as if we can't get Daron Payne, that question, my mind, and like I say, I don't know if he fit the role of a nose, but I like to see what they see with a guy like Fletcher Cox, in my humble opinion. Got a veteran guy that you can bring in that, bring along if you do draft a guy in the draft or whatever, you'd also have Grady Jarrett and Fletcher Cox there to kind of, get these guys together to help them, see what it takes to be a winner in the trenches, So in my mind, I'm thinking a guy like Fletcher Cox, who's, still playing at a pretty good level. You ain't gonna give him a really long-term contract because he's kind of getting close to the end of his career.
I mean, like I said, it's gonna be way more options out there by the time the season ends anyway. All right, Damian, you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on? I wanted to ask y'all opinion, or if y'all heard of the kid from Ohio State. I think his name is Zach Harris. I think we could probably get him like second round, and we could probably go corner early, like the first round, or we could trade back, But I think Zach Harris and Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech, they're very similar, but you could really get Harris in the second round, and I think they basically the same person, if you ask me. Y'all heard about him?
Actually, we've been discussing Zach Harrison for like the last year and a half. I actually did a video because I thought he was coming out last year. He ended up staying his senior damn year. So I've been watching him for a good little while, and I do like him. He's one of my favorite edge rushers out of this draft. Because he like you said, they pretty much the damn same. Just something about Tyree Wilson, something about him scares me about it's something inconsistent about him. But Zach Harrison, I can dig that.
It's the moves. He doesn't have a long. He doesn't have a wide range of moves. That's what scares you. When he rushes the pass the exact same way, he rushed the passes just like Chuck Smith used to. But Chuck Smith, the difference with Chuck Smith had a lot of chop moves and stuff like that. He uses his hands, and Tyreek doesn't use his hands a couple of different ways. That's what you're saying. I know exactly what you mean because I've been studying him like hell. He just doesn't use his hands a lot when he rushes.
Only thing I say about him though, boy, you get a full steam ahead, boy, you gonna come out with a black eye and a bloody nose. I know that much.
he rushes. See, and that's for that reason. That's why I feel in love with Tyree Wilson is because of that. We need somebody who's gonna rush the pass with violent intentions. That's why I think he's the best pass rusher in this. And I'm talking about pass rusher. There's a difference between the best rusher and the most talented rusher. He's not the best talented rusher. Talented rusher in this case is Will Anderson, followed by Miles Murphy. But I think he has the potential to be the complete pass rusher in this one because he rushes with violent intent. And if you know anything about that violent intent, it's a guy in Los Angeles that rushes the passer with violent intentions. And that's why I like Tyree Wilson.
Turn off the Mac. Yeah, yeah.
I think Andre Carter is a good one too.
Yeah.
Andre Carter, he's 6'7". I think he's a tall guy, long arms.
Yeah. Like I said, he's one of those that's very interesting. Like I said, he still needs a few more moves, but he's just athletic as hell. And like I said, he kind of remind me of Jason Taylor in a way. Just not as polished as what a Jason Taylor was when he came in.
Yeah, I think he projected to be a late first or second round maybe. But I think that's a guy they can bring if they can't re-sign like Carter, Lorenzo Carter, maybe he could come in and be his replacement if they can't re-sign him. Mm-hmm. So I mean to me he's the best, my favorite when it comes to the edge.
Oh, okay. OG, what's happening?
Not much. The addition of $16 extra million just put the rest of the NFL on notice because we got shit to work with now. It changes things dramatically. And then just a small question for anybody that may or may not know. Y'all know where Deron came from? I know Mike and Kev do.
I don't know where he's from. I know he's from Alabama.
From Georgia?
No, he's from Alabama.
Oh, is he from Alabama? Okay, I know he played there. I didn't know he was from there.
He's from Alabama. Mama lives in Alabama. Mr. Payne wanted to be close to home.
I heard he wanted to be close to home, but the Commanders, in worst case scenario, they'll still franchise tag him and try to get something for him if they can't sign him.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Which is smart. That scenario even still opens up the door for us to, we at this point now, our options are like worldwide. In both free agency and the draft. We was talking about this earlier today. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility that we could trade out of that 8th spot and get some of everybody's trust fund, grandchildren trust fund, whole house, and a 401k for the next 35 years for that spot. And to get a boatload of picks. And I mean, because, like when we was talking, cornerback, you know what I'm saying? Front, that defensive front, we could come out of this situation with a boatload of everything that we need and still not have spent all our money.
Facts.
Right. Hey,
because
what's going on?
My bad. Go ahead. Keep going, Sam.
I was just saying, if you really look at our situation, we're not really in a bad situation because everybody around us needs a quarterback. We don't.
Yeah.
Everybody around us really needs, look at our division. Carolina needs a whole roster. The Bucks, they can't pay nobody. They jacked up. They finna lose some folk. The Saints, well, we already know what their issue is, which is the same. And it's pretty much like that across the NFC. You got a lot of teams finna lose marquee players because they don't have the cap space. So, just saying, we're sitting pretty with our situation, having clear space, and we could go, like I said, in a multitude of directions with this situation, from trading back to, just sitting and wait for what we want to fall into our lap while everybody else is making chaotic knee-jerk reaction draft picks? Because that's what's going to happen. Because the Bears are about to screw this all the way up.
Yeah, nobody knows what the Bears are going to do. That's the thing. Like, they're saying that unless it wows the GM, they don't see this moving off of Justin Fields. But they always say that it's a smoke screen. So we don't really know what's going to happen with that.
I ain't gonna front y'all. I think Justin Fields they might probably trade him or they gonna have to go draft him a quarterback. I just don't see Justin Fields start this all season here, brother. You gotta think about it. We got $56 million. We still gotta cut Marcus Mariota. Still gotta cut Casey Hayward. Altogether that's that's $12 million. So that's us having 56 million. We could already have close to 82 million already around March 15. So we should just go ahead and get that little trenches work. Go ahead and try to get us a little defensive tackle or whatever like that, just to sign like a little 2-year contract. Ain't got to be the 4 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Collect like whoever we can see who fit the scheme, and then we just go from the draft from there or trade up. Like I said, we got a lot of money coming this week. So like I said, we could cut Marcus Mariota for June. I'm just saying. They were
Well,
at
cap space should
2.5
be
million.
more, right? It should be more than even that because they just announced the cap space. So we're talking about more than 80 something. We're talking about 90 something.
About 90, man. Like you said,
it's going to be somewhere from 86 to 92 million.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have a whole lot more room to play with, and like I said, it also gives you more room to, okay, if you got that guy that you want to keep long term on your team, now you got a little bit more money to play with to where you can get that contract, whether it be a AJ Terrell or a Chris Lindstrom, and somebody that you believe that this is a franchise guy. So now you just add that 16. That 16 basically goes to that position.
Which would probably be the first move they make, I would think. Probably just look at that in-house first before actual free agency starts. They're probably already looking at it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like for me and how I'm thinking, like I don't think they necessarily gonna break the bank in free agency. Like I said, you may get one guy, but they may look at it like, okay, I'm gonna get one guy and I'm gonna get about 3 or 4 complementary pieces.
Because we need that depth on that defensive line though. I see what you're saying, K-Star. Like we ain't about to go out on house money again on Payne and everybody want what's the other dude? Jesse Bates.
Simmons. Jesse. No, Jesse Bates probably wouldn't be too expensive. I think to say his market value right now is about 12.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Like you said, if you get in the mindset, and I'm not talking about you, but it's like certain folks may get the mindset of like, oh yeah, we're gonna get the Ron Payne, we're gonna get Jeffrey Simmons, we're gonna get Jesse Bates, we're gonna get
that's what they think.
It don't work like that. Yeah, we still gotta pay players on the in-house. And please put this Lamar Jackson back to bed. We is not getting Lamar Jackson.
See, we was trying not to have that name come up in the show today, man.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. These fans, that Lamar Jackson dream is over. It's not 07. It's not Michael Vick era.
I think with the defensive coordinator hiring and how big of a news and uplift that has, it kind of put it away. Lamar Jackson talk away.
Let me say this, K-Style, because I think this is worth noting also, is that if you look at the Saints' makeup and how their defense, they don't spend a lot of money on their secondary. They don't spend a lot of money on their secondary. They spent most of their money up front, offensive line, defensive line. With that being said, they don't spend a lot of money on keeping linebackers. Mario Davis is an older guy, so you're not spending crazy money to keep him there. They don't necessarily draft their linebackers high. So that's a good thing for Troy as well as Michael Walker. So I don't think we'll be focusing too much on bringing in linebackers. Uh, but they spent a lot of their money up front, man. I think that's the thing to focus on because you got their defensive coordinator, you got their, you have their one of their assistant GMs. So those guys
Mm-hmm.
know how to penny pinch and bring in quality players up front, and I think that's the biggest thing where the Saints went wrong is that they started to pay their superstar players almost the exact same thing to find in Jones and they went out and spent all their assets on the
Michael
offense and they didn't
Thomas.
create balance. So now that they have to focus
Mm-hmm.
on the balance, and like I said, that's the thing. But the biggest thing to focus on, we have a lot of Saints guys. We have some of the main guys, they defensive guy, and we got their GM. So he knows the blueprint on how to build guys up front, and that's something that they focus on. That's what turned the Saints from around. When they start focusing on their defensive line, that's when they started becoming a dangerous team. When they start focusing on doing
Right.
that, now that damn Michael Davenport, he's been up and down, but we gotta focus on this, man. They started investing in the trenches. They did not spend too much money on wide receivers and running backs and tight ends and putting draft picks and linebackers. They spent all their money up front in the trenches. The offensive lineman too.
So
Kenny,
right now,
what I forget the offensive lineman. They drafted him early.
mm-hmm. So right now they're like this. Got any change?
Spare
So they
cash.
penny pinching real badly right now. All right,
Mm-hmm.
Trey, what's going on, man? I know you've
What's
been
going on?
sitting here for a while. What's going
What's going
on?
on, y'all? So, as far as the cap space, because I know y'all talking about this like 5 minutes ago. So, I did some earlier. So we
Go
have
ahead.
with the extra 16 million, we have about 72 mil right now, as far as just like the cap space we have right now. But if we do end up cutting Casey and cutting Marcus, we go to 86 million. Oh, well, no, my bad, not 86, 87 million, 87.
Okay.
So that's where we'd be sitting at right there if we were to cut Casey. But someone said that there is a possibility of Washington franchise tagging Duran. And the reason I don't think that happens is because they already paid Jonathan Allen. And they have two edge guys in Montez Sweat and Chase Young, who I think they think more of. And they drafted Isaiah Buggs last year. So they were literally trying to draft a replacement for Deron Payne last year. It just didn't work out into their favor because he didn't play as much and Deron Payne ended up breaking out even more. But I mean, y'all have said this a lot that you can't pay everybody. Somebody's got to go. And I think Deron Payne is going to end up being that odd man out, being that Montez Sweat and Chase Young, or probably more high value guys at that defensive end position than Deron Payne is.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, we got
That's a great
we got
point.
a special guest here, man. Rice and Beans Energy in the building. What's happening, Wolf?
Rice and beans,
Whoa.
rice and beans, baby.
I've been quiet. I've been very quiet, right? Hopefully everybody's having a great night.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play the Skip Bayless right now. I'm gonna play Skip
Uh-oh.
Bayless right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna play Skip Bayless for all you Falcon fans out there that have delusional
I'm already
dreams
got that
about
pistol.
whatever.
Some
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I'm a football fan. I love football. I love watching football. Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. Our quarterback situation is nowhere near generational. Nowhere near generational. I don't care if you get Lamar in here. He's not generational. He can't play through adversity. We don't have a good team right now. We're trying to build a good team. Who's in the Super Bowl, gentlemen? The Philadelphia Eagles. What are they good at? Everywhere.
Running the ball.
Running the
Every,
ball,
Everywhere.
and get to
They
the
good everywhere,
quarterback.
but they got players everywhere. They got
everywhere,
players
but they
everywhere.
don't have what? They
That's
don't have a generational quarterback.
Don't need it.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. Right.
Exactly. So, because I listen to everything, because what I want to know is this, and I hope somebody can give me the answer. What is Arthur Smith IQ and what is Terry Fontenot's IQ? Because if they're going to be playing checkers this off season and everybody else is playing chess, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, gentlemen. Because guess what? The only thing I think Lamar is going to be good at in Atlanta is for marketing. That's it.
We're not going down that road.
I hope not.
Nah, he need
We're
to go to
not going down
Chicago.
that road.
He need to go to New England or Chicago. He ain't coming to the A. I don't know why the media even saying that.
It's like you're never gonna get. You hoping that your scout team and the people that scout these players are doing their job to the most efficient way. Because I sent Sean Payton a bottle and I sent Andy Reid a bigger bottle because we got to thank Andy Reid for getting in front of Sean Payton in that draft when he drafted Pat Mahomes. Because we would have been in bigger trouble if Patrick Mahomes was in the NFC South. Can you just imagine if that guy was in the NFC South?
But the only problem is would he have the same success without having Andy Reid there either too?
I
So
mean,
that plays a big part as well.
Sean Payton is a great coach too, though. He's a made guy.
Right. Oh, you talking about Sean Payton? I thought you were just talking about somebody.
No. I'm talking about because I was like, hey, did he do something that why he moved up that much ahead of the Saints to draft Patrick? And I'm only talking about adversity. I'm only talking about him playing through the pain. That game that I watched yesterday was some inspirational shit. If you guys didn't see no inspirational shit in that game, I don't know what the hell you guys are watching. I mean, that was an inspirational performance by two quarterbacks that are generational. It's those two guys and then everybody else. It's those two guys and everybody else as far as the quarterback position. I mean, I don't know. I hope that the Falcons do the right thing, but I just want to know how smart Terry Fontenot is, and I just want to figure out how smart Arthur Smith is going to be this offseason. I can't name players like you gentlemen, especially in college. I don't watch college, but I hope that they're smart. I hope that they have some great things around them.
Let me ease your pain. Let me put a little bit of Tylenol, Advil in that rice and bean for you, okay?
Come on, Kaiser Sose.
The reason why I think we have to really focus on what's already been done is two things. How many teams do you know are able to do what these guys with to no money? These guys have less than $23 million every single year they've been here, and they both times these guys have gotten 7 and 10, and they could have won 10 games easily both years with Matt Ryan and without Matt Ryan. That's one. Two, the guys that they drafted, every last one of them have done one thing: broken NFL franchise records. So I don't think it's a matter of if these guys are smart enough. I think it's already that's a foregone conclusion. But one thing I will say that really, and I want everybody to focus on this, we haven't done a damn thing on defense yet. Really think about that. They really have not done a damn thing on defense. The only person we can say that we got a bright upside is Ebiketie. Grady Jarrett and AJ are already here. When these guys, when they get their guys, all hell is gonna break loose. We saw the first year what Dan Quinn was up to. We saw the potential of Dan Quinn. We saw the potential of Mike Smith. We've yet to see the potential of these guys because we haven't seen them. They haven't had the opportunity to work on defense. Yet they still beat some of the best teams. We just beat an NFC championship team. What this current squad, a squad that can't get with 20 sacks in a dang on year, we beat the NFC championship team. So if that doesn't calm people, I don't know what to say. I don't think you'll ever be calm if that don't come.
Man, I got a quick question. I know we ain't talking about the draft or anything like that.
Name another.
What you got?
Oh, I was asking Matt, who you think that who you think that in the draft could fit this scheme? You think Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith, and Wig? Like I don't care if you trade back or get 2-round draft picks. Who you think who can fit this scheme and try to take this team to like?
That doesn't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It does not matter. This is why I've been saying this. I've been saying this all this time. We have to have a plan. No one player is going to the next level on defense. We gotta have a plan. This is why we got to become the Eagles. This is why we got to become the Chiefs on offense. They always have somebody gonna step up when a Tyreek Hill is gone and say, "All right, who gonna be that next guy gonna step up in that spot?" That's it. It don't matter. You got to have a plan. You got to have a free agency plan. You got to have a draft plan. You got to have a coaching plan. No one player is going to get us to that point.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying like who would like just help the team like involved and like not saying like be a key contributor, but I'm just saying like help the team be better. Like I'm not saying just one particular player. I'm just saying like
that's not a guy in there. That's not a guy in this.
Basically, what he's saying is we don't damn know.
Go ahead, kid.
Pretty much.
We don't damn know. Because the thing about it,
speaking like a politician, shit.
Just say we. Yeah,
we don't.
He pretty much just said we don't know. But
Terry Fontenot,
like I said, go ahead, Sam.
Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith have proven two things: they dirty as fuck, and you can't trust them. You just got to pay attention to what they damn do.
And in that retrospect, he's basically saying that these guys ain't shit. That is basically what he's saying. But like you said,
I don't think.
I mean, am I lying? They
anybody close to being it ain't. I don't think it's anybody, bro. They ain't shit. You ain't right, bro. No, you right.
We don't know.
Shit,
like
bro.
you said, even if they like the more the obvious one, you would think, like you said, if we're looking at it realistically wise, at that A spot would be either Miles Murphy or Tyree Wilson, whoever they want to go back. Like you said, if they go corner. Something like I said, now that bug is starting to come around and saying corner. If the Falcons trade back in the first round, 9 times out of 10, I think they going corner. And for Shaba X, who said Lamar generational, let me ask you one question: why the hell the Ravens ain't paying for a generational quarterback? Think about
that. Wait a minute, K-Style. K-Style,
Yo,
you said
Didn't they
what
just
now?
admit that they were gonna try to do everything they can to sign him and even he be involved with picking the offensive coordinator?
the thing is, if it's a generation, like if you look at all the young quarterbacks that recently that came out, majority of these guys got they big contract deals in their third year. Why this team ain't give them the third year?
Can I tackle that?
Well, probably a lot of questioning. Their philosophy has always been not to overdo it so they can build a team. And
Right.
I think they're struggling with really want to give him that fully guaranteed contract because that's going to cripple the team, which I can't blame them on that because when
Right.
you really want to be back in a situation where you have a top quarterback, but then you can't protect them at the line of scrimmage or, the defense is lacking or some sort.
But
Yeah,
why
add
would
Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
why would he go out and suit
Hold on.
up?
Let Wolf. Hold on. Let Wolf go. Let Wolf.
Why would he go up and suit up and he's only got a short amount of window to get as much money as he can? And the same thing happened to RG3, right? He gutted it out, he suited up, and his career was over. Again, Shanahan probably, took him for a certain reason in the draft, but RG3 took a lot of hits, a lot of unnecessary punishment to his body. So I'm with Lamar with standing on getting your money. The problem is he's not Mahomes, he's not Burrow. Justin Herbert just might have gotten a little bit better with that OC coordinator, right? So Trevor Lawrence showed a lot of poise, right? Josh Allen, those are five guys right there that's probably going to break the bank. They're probably going to break the bank for their respective teams. Because Patrick right now is on a friendly deal with Kansas City. It's a 10-year, $450 million deal. He's underpaid. So why would Lamar get as much money as he can when he has a short amount of time? Now, I'm not what I listen. I listen to Mike when he does his rants, and I'm not. I like to talk about things like Mike says, stuff that it's fact that you can read, not stuff that's made up in the air. He wants a big contract now. If Atlanta's gonna push for that, I'll stand with Lamar. I'll go to games, no problem. The marketing department will have a ball. He's gonna sell tickets. He'll wake up the old Falcon fans that are in the old folks' home. He'll wake them up because he's a box seller. He sells box. So I'm not talking about numbers because Mike said, "Tell me why he's great without numbers." He sells tickets. He's generational. Generational.
Hold
no.
on. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this because this is where things and this is K-Style. We try to stay away from it, but I want to reiterate this. None of that matters when it comes down to his teammates. Not that selling tickets it doesn't matter. It's not going to make our defensive line better. It's not going to make our offensive line better. In fact, if you look at the facts, when it comes down to a mobile quarterback actually get a quarterback hit even more. So that is why Baltimore, they drafted Orlando Brown. They drafted Orlando Brown because they had a mobile quarterback that they had to protect. So he forces you to invest in other ways that doesn't improve the offense in its entirety. And what I mean by that, running backs, wide receivers, it forces you to do things like tight ends because you got to invest in a guy like Andrews. So when you look at Lamar, he's not your prototypical quarterback. So you're not going to build your team like every other team. And that's something as an organization where you're going to sit back and say, all right, man, do I want to keep on investing into these tight ends, into these running backs, into the offensive linemen? God damn it, I want a wide receiver at some point. And this is why they can't get wide receivers to come. So it's not so much that he isn't a great player. it forces the organization to, like you said, he's going to be the main attraction. But what if he end up going down? How are you going to come and watch the Baltimore Ravens? That's the thing.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Sam.
And I'm not being facetious, but does it really make sense and to give a guy a bag that hasn't finished a season in 3 years, who wasn't willing to buy into a system as a quarterback now, as a quarterback, that's the position you play, as a quarterback, and because you want to play a particular style instead of playing the quarterback position, does it really make sense to go and spend $45 to $50 million a year on a guy that cannot finish a season and ain't willing to do the homework in the classroom in his scheme because he wants to play a different way? Does that make any sense at all?
You won an MVP.
Hold on. Let me. It's about to get. Hold on. Let me say this. Stop. I need everybody to stop. This is where we talking about. All right, K-Star. I know K-Star is about to lose because this is that, and this is where when we talk about how does it help. Lamar does not help anybody but the offensive line and the running back. Okay, let me repeat that. His style doesn't help wide receivers. I want that to be clear. Hollywood Brown wanted out of Baltimore because it wasn't conducive to his skill sets. All right, so we got to focus on that, not Lamar's skill set overall. Because when you look at Lamar, he is a playmaker. That's what he does. He makes plays. So he's going to score points. He's going to get you in a position where you can score points. But that when you're looking at wide receivers and you're looking at these tackles, it's like, hey, man, I'm a good run blocker. I play with Baltimore scheme. I'm not a good run blocker. What these run blockers going to be looking like? Hey, man, why don't you pass the goddamn ball? These wide receivers going to be looking at him. Pass the damn ball, bro. We see it with shooters all the time. They don't want to rebound. Shooters don't want to rebound. They want to shoot that motherfucker.
Here you go.
These are the things we talk about when we talk about got to take seconds. Hey,
I am.
Have you ever seen guys and Red Swarm? There was a difference between marketing and fan favorites. Cordero, he's a fan favorite.
Right.
Fan favorites or fan favorite. They're not going out and buying his jersey in Chicago. They're not buying Cordero Patterson jersey in New York. They buying Trae Young jerseys in LA and Afghanistan and all these other goddamn cities. Those are marketing, and this is what Wolf was saying about Lamar coming here. He's going to be a marketing. He's going to be guys who's going to help bring in fans from all over the country. So I get that, but this is about the football in itself, and I think we have to focus on what's good for the football team versus what's great for marketing. Marketing is going to bring in dollars. Marketing bring in dollars.
Right.
Well, I know they like to consider
ahead,
the
Sam.
marketing aspect. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I know this quarterback conversation makes me want to drink bleach.
No, listen.
Right.
Now go ahead.
Listen, it's not that I don't get it. It's not that I don't get what you guys are saying. I get what you guys are saying. I don't want him here. I'm comfortable with Desmond Ridder being my quarterback. I'm comfortable with that because I think that he'd be good enough in all the three phases of what I said about Lamar. I think he could be good for marketing. I think he could say for offensive line. I think he can do damage with Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Tyler Algier. He could do damage with those guys. I think that Arthur Smith can work with this guy. I'm comfortable with Desmond being my quarterback. The problem is that I also have to look at it where is Lamar closer to be, if there's 32 quarterbacks and we ranking them, is Lamar closer to number one than he is 32?
Hell no.
So he's closer to 32 than number one.
Yep.
So he's closer to 32. So he's in the 20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me respond. Let me
better quarterbacks than Lamar right now.
Let me respond to the whole MVP thing, please. Please. What has happened with Lamar since he won that MVP? Now, Mike, you say it all the time. Tape. There is tape. When they get tape on you, things change.
He's been hurt a lot.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because he's still trying to do that same crap he was doing when he won that MVP, is run the damn ball all the time.
yeah, I mean, when you got a quarterback like that, that's what's likely good. He's gonna be able to stay on the field because he's always running. So
Taking punishment too, getting hit. See,
You know,
and
and
that's
them
why
25 to 30 extra pounds that
honestly,
he
if you ask
gained.
me, I was just gonna say, if you ask me, I honestly think that's why he probably wants all that money up front because his agent is probably in his ear. Well, he's his own agent, but he probably knows in his own head that, look, I'm taking a lot of hits here. I'm getting hurt all the time. All it takes is one season of me being a top quarterback, and before you know it, I'm like RG3, where I'm no longer a top quarterback. I'm a backup. So I'm trying to get my money now. That's probably what he's thinking about.
So basically, what y'all saying is he sound like Julio Jones right now.
wow.
Basically, that's what I'm
Hallelujah.
Hey, but can I say this real quick?
Hallelujah.
Like you said this real quick though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like you said, I think really where the issue comes down to is when we look at it. Like I said, I'm not worried about as far as him, the quarterback position. Where I look at is, let's just be honest with you, the Cleveland Browns done fucked all this shit up when it comes to quarterbacks. Everybody tripping.
Everything good.
You're right. Right.
The Cleveland
what I
Browns
like
have
to
screwed up
determine-
the whole market. They literally gave a guy $230 million guaranteed who ain't played football in a year and a half.
K-Styles, K-Styles,
Man,
a
here got
weirdo. They
women
gave $230 million to a weirdo. To a
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah. You taking a chance on that. And now, hold on. Somebody keep talking. I'm about to look up some numbers right quick. Hold on.
I'm still waiting.
Let's look up something.
19
Yeah.
better quarterbacks than Lamar. Still waiting for that.
No. Hold on. Let me get this right quick. So when we look at Deshaun Watson contract, look. So by them investing in the money that they did, let me read some numbers for y'all. Okay, so this will be 2023. 219 million, 164 million, 109 million, 55 million. Y'all know what that is?
That's somebody's paycheck.
That's the dead cap if they cut them for each year.
Right.
Ain't no way in hell. No. See, no. Like you said, if I'm gonna pay money for a quarterback like that, I would rather pay for a quarterback that I have groomed within my system. I ain't paying that shit. I ain't outsourcing no $45-50 million.
Okay,
What you got,
Styles.
Blackberry? I know, man, you've been here for a while, man.
I just been sitting back in the cut. While this Lamar Jackson talk fizzled out, hopefully.
Right.
Before I say what I came on here to say, let me just say this. We so focused on the offense. So a lot of the fan base so focused on the offensive side of the ball. They so focused on the quarterback. They don't want to look at all the other aspects of this team and all of the other aspects of what this coaching staff is trying to put in place. How easily we forget how this regime came in with Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith with the predicate that we are going to be physical and we're going to be mean. That's the predicate they came into this organization with. They told us this from the get-go. We're going to be physical and we're going to be mean. It ain't a mean bone in Lamar Jackson's body. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Amen.
That's all I'm going to say. It ain't a mean bone in his body.
All right. Look. While it ain't a mean bone in his body, I got a question for everybody.
I ain't touching that.
No. The question is, since we got everybody here, I want everybody to give their opinions on how they feel about Ryan Nielson, the possibility of getting Gray as the DB coach, and how do you feel about the direction that the Falcons going as far as trying to address the coaching staff?
Can I go first? Because I got to get out of here. I got to get to work.
All right, do you think?
I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Sustainable progression and contention and player development is the mission, and you get that in this guy. You cannot overlook 260 plus sacks over 5 years. You can't. And anybody that does, I mean, you smoking something that ain't good for you. This hire shows and proves. No, it's not a flashy name. It ain't a big name because people don't seem to understand. Either one of those big names, had they come here, we've been successful, and then they're out. You know what I'm saying, to a head coaching job, and we back looking for, you know what I'm saying, somebody to be defensive coordinator. This ensures that we are putting in place sustained, consistent progression and player development. That means over time, not one and done. Over time. That's what that is. What that means, and that's what it's gonna be. Appreciate y'all letting me in tonight. I got to get out of here. I'll holler at y'all guys.
All right, OG. Appreciate you tuning in, coming in with us, man. All right, everybody else. The floor is yours. How did y'all feel about them and how they addressed the defensive coordinator spot? Y'all done heard me and Mike talk about it. I just want anybody else. The floor is yours.
You go ahead, Wolf.
It wouldn't have been my first choice, but I think that I think I don't want to get into this because it's gonna be a whole thing, and I feel like right now I'm public enemy number one, and I don't want to be public enemy number two. But I feel like black coaches get a short end of the stick in the NFL still. Brian Flores deserves a head coaching position. Lovie Smith deserves a head coaching position. Brian Leftwich deserves a head coaching position. The only thing I know about know about Ryan Nielson. The only thing I know is that I know the Saints wanted to keep him. And when you have an organization that wants to keep their coaches, they have to be doing something right. They have to be doing some type of development, some type of producing good players. So I know they wanted to keep him. So to have him here, hopefully he can produce a great defense. I think that uh, free agency starts before the draft, if I'm correct. So hopefully they can get their free agencies in place before the draft, so he can come up with a plan. And I hope he executes on his defensive plan. That's all I can say. I hope he executes because this defense has been too legit to quit for a long time.
Right. Hey, don't get me started on Byron Leftwich, man. I already won't slap the shit out of Tom Brady just for that shit alone.
Right. I'm just saying, like, black coaches, not to go off in the tangent, but black coaches get a short end of the stick. And I hope that somebody like D'Amico Ryan can turn the Texans organization around. I hope that, I hope that some of these coaches get a fair shot, get a fair shake, because it's hard when you have to put together an organization that's in shambles. So these guys deserve. Lovie Smith deserves a head coaching job. I mean, Davis Mills, come on, man. Like, we got to do better, than just Mike Tomlin all the time. Mike Tomlin is like the standard now, and they shouldn't call it the Rooney Rule. They should call it the Mike Tomlin Rule. That's what they should call it.
I agree with you on that.
He's the standard. Yeah.
He is the standard, and like you said, more opportunities do need to be handled as far as giving those coaches the opportunities to at least attempt, at least act like you gonna goddamn give them the job, or act like you gonna interview the job or something like that.
Yep.
But like I said, Tom Brady, man, like I said, Tom Brady, like I said, I'll slap shit out of Tom Brady just for the Byron Leftwich shit alone. How he play like ass, and then Byron Leftwich, that pissed me off more than anything.
Yeah.
And then he not coming back either, so really made it worse. He probably not be coming back.
It had the audacity to say, "I don't want to come back." Like, motherfucker, you the reason why they in the bullshit in the first place.
And then Bill O'Brien gets another opportunity when Bill O'Brien left the Texans in shambles. Like, come on,
boy, man, don't start war. You up here starting shit, baby.
I'm just saying, like, and by the way, Bill O'Brien is the only coordinator in New England that didn't win a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. But go ahead.
I was mad with that pick when he didn't get Steve Wilkes that job in Carolina, because the man pulled that team off from a 104 to 66. Man, I just feel like the players should opt out, and then the owners there pay attention if they don't want to hire black head coaches. Something got to change. I mean, because I feel like they're gonna keep doing the same thing, keep hiring white minorities who players don't even know the scheme of football. They hire coaches who play offensive line, don't know nothing about head coaching.
Oh boy!
Hey, look, I was about to say, you got Josh McDaniels as a damn head coach. What worse can you get after that? There's a $10 super chat here. By Dre Harrison, man, definitely appreciate it. He said, being physical or mean is why I believe we made Tad McGarry. Maybe this coaching staff values mentality of the players as a deciding factor in player development. It's a possibility.
Yeah,
it's a possibility. Like you said, we don't know.
But yeah, go ahead, Blackberry. I ain't gonna cut you off.
No, you good. That bring me to what I was initially coming on here to talk about. See, when we I keep remembering where Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot and Dean Pease, when he was here, when they came here and they said where they wanted this team to go, how they were changing the culture. The culture wasn't changing because it was finna have a top 5 running game, and it was changing because we're gonna have a quarterback that's a dual threat. He can run and throw. That's not what the culture was changing. The culture change is because we are going to get out of that finesse style type of play. get out of this being undersized at every position, and we were going to be physical and mean. The Ryan Nielson signing, it lets you know that that's exactly the direction they're going in. He's going to get mean, physical guys on that defense to fit into what he wants that defense to look like and what he wants them to do. If we and when I carry that over to the offensive side of the ball, and I think about this Caleb McGarry contract situation, I think about what I know and I think about what I don't know. What I do know is that Caleb McGarry, 9 times out of 10 in the running game, is going to put somebody on their ass. What I do know is that 6 times out of 10, Caleb McGarry is going to do decent in pass protection. He's not going to be great in pass protection, but he's decent. I don't need him to be great in pass protection because I got a top 3 running attack. And that's what he does better than 90% of right tackles in the league. And then I think about what I don't know. I don't know how that other guy would pan out that would replace him. I have a theory, but the proof is in the pudding with Caleb McGarry. And then I look at the money and I say, okay, well, if we don't pay him, I would understand it. I would understand letting Caleb McGarry walk. But if we don't pay him, you better damn sure be fortifying the damn trenches on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you do not spend money and then can't explain to me why we don't get better on the defensive side of the ball. Especially when you taking a key piece away on that right side. And you know you may have a hole at left guard. You may have a hole at center. And you're going to put another hole at right tackle and you don't get better on the defensive side of the ball. I'm not for not spending money. I'm for it. But it got to be in the trenches. That's what it has to be on the offensive side and the defensive side. If you're not going to invest in that right side right now, you better damn sure be investing on that defensive side in them trenches. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Well, I ain't even cut y'all off with Ryan. The dude Ryan Nielson. We gonna play nasty, man. He getting some dogs. Like I said, we busting heads. We making helmets fly off of other players' opponents. We ain't letting teams trying to run the ball on us. No quick slant routes, throwing the ball across the middle. None of that. But yeah, though, I like how our defense gonna be, man. We're gonna be real nasty and physical.
And I think Mike or it might have been Sam that told me about this earlier, but Nelson and Frank Bush actually have worked together quite for a good little while before. So it ain't just gonna be Nielsen calling plays too. It's gonna be Frank Bush calling plays too. So
yeah, the linebacker coach.
Know
he was a linebacker
well.
coach. Yeah.
Yeah, so they know each other pretty well.
I was wondering why he didn't get fired with the rest of them, but
I honestly thought, you know what I noticed about when they brought him on, they got rid of the D-line guy, right? They got rid of the outside linebacker coach. The outside, so basically we're talking about pass rush along with those two.
Outside linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now the secondary coach as well, because they probably had plans to bring somebody who they wanted once he was hired, but the pass rush, I think, is really key. They said they were going to work on this defense and address it during the offseason. We clearly see that they're definitely addressing the leadership as far as the trenches go. They're looking at trying to make that a priority this season. That's why I'm thinking, like, take a look at a lot of the guys over on the Saints side of the house, because these guys are who he already have some, camaraderie with and everything. So may bring a few of those guys over, and then they may even make some other moves outside of the division to fortify that line, as well as, kind of, I don't know how much secondary guys will do. I mean, I don't know if we'll bring back Casey Hayward or not, but
I don't think he's coming back. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't think he coming back because, like I said, no shoulder injuries kind of tricky. Once you come back for a shoulder injury, it's hard to come back and be full 100%. I'm not saying he can't, but I feel like they should address the outside of AJ Terrell. And Darren Hall, don't get me wrong, he okay, but we need somebody who be a leader like CJ Gardner, like flying around across the field. We need dogs on the outside and the inside. That's my last part of what I'm saying on defense. Secondary, we just need to get pieces to add depth.
So you
Yeah.
guys are saying that this coach fits Arthur Smith's blueprint.
Yeah.
Right. And with Arthur Smith paying close attention to that Shrine Bowl, I'm just looking at some of the quote unquote
He
the
already has his
defensive
mind.
players. You said what, Mike?
He already has his mind on that corner. He's already focusing
Tomlinson?
on the corner. So he's already focusing on the DB.
See what I'm saying? Only person you probably have to resign is probably Isaiah Oliver and Evans and probably Kelly McGarry. That's all I'm saying. Because like I don't know Malik Walker gonna stay. I'm sorry, y'all boys. I don't think he gonna be with us 2023.
Oh, you mean Michael?
He will.
You talking
He's
about
still
Michael
under
Walker?
contract.
Yeah,
he's still under contract.
Yeah, I think he'll be here next year because it's not gonna cost much to keep him. And like you said, if you
y'all talking about Michael Walker?
Yeah.
And if you play him outside linebacker, that's where he's most comfortable at.
Right.
Keep his
outside. K-Styles, respectfully, I don't give a damn where he play linebacker at. He's softer than Sharman damn Tisha. And I don't want Sharman Tisha playing for me, bro.
Yeah. He made too many mistakes though, for real. The tapes tells everything, man.
Well, I think they still keep it though. I mean, he's on a rookie deal, and then you build your depth with guys who's already familiar with the scheme, right? So I don't see why you move off of him when he still has another year and you ain't got to pay a lot of money for him.
Yeah.
You want to see why? Just go turn on some film.
Hey, you know what though? We've seen players have a bad year and come back and have an even better year. So I'm just saying.
Well, he got to prove a lot. Yeah, he got to prove a lot. Go ahead, man, Mike.
So basically, if he stays next year, we're gonna have a counter of the Michael Walker. What the fuck is you doing? We're gonna have a counter on that.
No.
And we're gonna tally up. We're gonna tally up for the show to be like, okay, Michael Walker had 3 what the fucks this game.
Look, he has the OTAs and all that stuff, and if he still don't get it right, they'll probably move off of him. I don't see him moving off of him this early.
Well, he needs to stay the outside when he was doing the college, rushing the pass outside, play outside.
I mean, you say this early, but this was his 3rd season.
He got one more year. On his contract.
I don't care what he got. He got a name tag on the end of the bench too. That's what he'll have with me.
Yeah. I don't think he was. Look, I don't think he. It ain't like he was bad as Edwards, Brian Edwards.
Yeah, but
he gave you some plays here and there.
Where's my bleach?
We ain't gonna talk about Brian Edwards. He ain't on the team no more.
Where's my bleach?
Yeah. I mean, he gave you some interceptions too, So I mean, he gave you a lot of bad mistakes, bad angles, but he also gave you some turnovers. So, I mean, I would at least wait and see for at least
so did Jonathan Cool shit.
Someday Cool picked off paid Manny like 3 times in one game.
And got paid just on that one game.
But he would trash Bandicoot 99% of the damn time.
Malik Walker not consistent to me, man. He's not consistent. He's not a leader.
I'm gonna say this, man. I don't. I know people think I rag on him so much. I know he's an athlete. He got hella athleticism, man. I get it, but you are a linebacker. I played the position. Anybody that know me will tell you I ain't got it all upstairs. That's what you got to have to play linebacker, bro. You can't go out there and be softer than Cottonelle. You can't. You can't go out there and not want to fill gaps. You can't go out there and not want to square up with somebody. If it's inside linebacker, outside linebacker, you got to be able to go out there and knock somebody block off. And that is not Michael Walker's game. If he a strong safety, he need to be a strong safety. But even those guys get down there in the box and can bang. So it's about your toughness in your heart when it comes to Michael Walker. It ain't about his skills. We know he got skills and abilities, but it's about that heart and that mindset to go out there and be ready to nut up. And I don't see it, bro. I haven't seen it in 3 seasons.
Well, I understand you, man, but this ain't Route 96 now. I mean,
Well,
I
well,
kind of
he
feel like you're giving him the same energy as Tyler Davidson right now.
man, we got Tyler Malik Walker, brother. He ain't Fred Warner. Fred Warner, that's a
Bro,
head
I'm
honcho.
not finna sit up here and defend no
No, that's
damn
a bad
Walker.
comparison,
No
man.
fucking way. I'm sorry.
That is a
I'm
bad
about,
comparison.
look. I'm about to say, man, y'all better be glad y'all don't sit here and watch
No, right.
games
Look,
with us, boy.
I ain't finna have
We
this shit
literally
up
have
here
a
damn
Michael Walker what the fuck
fucking
counter.
Michael
We
Walker.
usually
What
go
the
at,
fuck
but
we talking
right
about?
before the show, it's like,
Whoa. I'm sorry, K-Style. I'm sorry, K. We ain't finna have, this the party shop, all right? This is a goddamn room. Let's put on. We not gonna come up here and defend no damn Michael trash ass Walker, okay? His ass gonna stay right in the damn dumpster or at the end of the damn fence with his name tag and until special teams is up. We not having this shit. Okay? Excuse
what
me.
you gonna say? You gonna cut him? You gonna get him? You gonna cut his hair, give him the Deion Jones goddamn fade? That's what you gonna do?
Off like the Undertaker, okay? I'm gonna cut the goddamn lights off like the Undertaker when that motherfucker go boom, boom. That's all it. We not doing it no more.
Like I said, it most likely, but like I said, is one thing that you have to kind of look at too is if you go under, and I'm giving sources, overthecap.com. If you cut Michael Walker, let's say if they do cut Michael Walker, it's like a $2.8 million cap savings, and I think it's like $186,000 dead cap hit.
Oh hell yeah! Bye, goddamn! Hell yeah, Blackberry! I'm with you right there. Hell, 2.8. Fast.
But that, like I said, we gonna see how it go. We gonna see what they gonna do with that. Because, like I said, the one thing I will say too is his snaps did kind of decrease the last 3 games. I don't know if they just did that just to get
heavily.
Me and Noah talked about that Saturday.
Burn.
Me and Noah talked about that Saturday. He had like 5 snaps in week 18, 6 in week 17, and like 10 in week 16. Ooh. I think they already said he's going after that. Because I was like, okay, if I can understand if they was like, okay, we're gonna get Troy some extra playing time since he ain't played much this season. He don't start since week 6, so it ain't no getting some extra playing time. You just don't want Michael to play at that point.
But like I said, we see how they do it. Like I said. Okay, I'm about to say. I guess we go ahead and start winding it down, y'all. I'm gonna let everybody get they final say. I'm gonna kick it off with Blackberry, and then we gonna kind of go left to right with this one. So Blackberry, I'll let you go ahead and kick out your final thought, man.
Home team, y'all know what time it is. Blackberry Lyrics, man. Go on my YouTube page, Twitter. It's all the same. Blackberry Lyrics. That's Blackberry, no C, just the K. Don't be typing in no fruits, because ain't no fruit around here. Type my name in there. That's Blackberry Lyrics, no C, just the K. You can find me on Twitch too. I do a little gaming on there. Y'all go check my channel out, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We got the Rex Pit every single Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You can catch it here on. You can catch it on my channel. You can catch it on AFN, GSN, whatever your your poison is. I suggest you go hit that subscribe button on my page. And then if you want to go chime in on the other chat, that's all good for me. It's all love, baby. And at the end of the day, man, it's just all about being physical, and it's all about the mentality, man. And that's what Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot want to bring to this team. If they don't got a mean bone in their body, they ain't gonna be here. And that's just what it is. Y'all got to look at what they done did, who they was bringing in. Eddie Goldman retired early on us. Vincent Taylor got hurt. Those guys are nasty in the trenches. And it was unfortunate we didn't have them. But look at what they want to bring to this team on both sides of the ball. They went and got a big, nasty receiver in the draft last year in Drake London. They went and got a big, nasty blocking tight end in the 7th round in John Fitzpatrick. They are going to be physical, and they're going to run the ball. The fan base may be concerned with the quarterback. The coaching staff ain't. And that's all I'm saying.
I like that. Home team.
Home team.
All right, Wolf, what you got for us, man?
So, I ain't got no introduction. I'm just the type that look at things a little differently. I love the trenches. I do. I love the trenches. I've been in the trenches. But sometimes I want to style and profile like Ric Flair. You see what I'm saying? So if they gonna do what they gonna do and sign whoever they gonna sign, I'm gonna ride out. I don't care who on the team. I don't care if we go 3 and whatever, 0-17. I ain't never gonna fold. I ain't never been a beach chair. I'm always gonna stand on what I say all day. I like Lamar. I like him. I never said I loved him. You understand? But that's what's great about the panel. That's what's great about the community. Everybody has a different perspective. But you always can't win in the trenches. Trenches. I don't give a fuck about the trenches. I don't care about the trenches right now. I might give a fuck about the trenches 3-4 weeks from now. Right now, I need them to be smart. And if they smart, we good. It's your boy Wolf. That's it.
Hey, I'm about to say you got the rice and beans energy for us, man. You got some rice and beans for us. We gonna come up there.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm trying to get down there where y'all do the barbecue. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh yeah, we gonna definitely hit that up.
But I love all of y'all, man. I got love for everybody, man. Wolf love to everybody, man. It's the pack mentality, bro. It's a fact.
Right.
Everybody that rock that logo, I'm with y'all. Everybody that rock that logo, I'm with y'all, bro. I'm with y'all 100%. I ain't never been one of them type of fans that I ain't go front on nobody. I don't watch college, bro. I don't do that college. I got a 22-year-old son. He gave me all the information. But I love every single one of y'all. Everybody in the chat, everybody that don't like me, that still rock with that Falcon shit, I'm with y'all 100%. Man, Mike, get him to 10K. Please get Mad Mike to 10K. Please get him to 10K, bro. Facts.
And that's what we always say, man. It ain't always about agreeing on everything. It is, like I said, everybody has a difference of opinion. But at the end of the day, this is why I always say it's all about the conversation, because somebody can have a different opinion from you, but if you too simple-minded or too narrow-minded to not hear why they say it, then you're never going to understand it. And then that's where the confusion comes in, and that's when you start hearing the stuff where, oh, he don't know football.
Right.
who the fuck is you? And I said, nah, bro, we don't do that around here.
Right. We did. That's a fact.
And if you do that, you gonna get your ass chumped off by the whole panel. Trust me, you don't want them problems.
Nah, I don't want no smoke.
Mike, you better tell them they don't want to get chumped off by the whole panel.
Nah, it's a little dangerous doing that. I don't lie to you.
Nah, like I said, it's just all about respect, man. At the end of the day, we all men around here, and we got the ladies that watch too.
I think.
All right, Trey, what you got, man? What you got for the final thought?
Not much, man. Just be smart, man. Don't blow all this money in one season. That's all I'm hoping for. Sign a couple people that's gonna help the team, but don't blow all this money. Be smart. Do good in the draft. And Wolf said this a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna say it too. I'm gonna be at a playoff game next year in Mercedes-Benz, man. I'm gonna say that right now. We're gonna be at a playoff game in Mercedes-Benz next year. That's a bet.
Right. Man.
Yeah, they're right. We calling it this year.
Oh yeah. Hope we be the one first seed. Man,
what you got, Wade?
Just nail it. Just nail this free agency. Get the best. Get the best player who fit the scheme in the draft, and just win games and be in the playoffs. That's all I want. Just nail the draft. Do your thing in free agency. Don't spend too much money. Make smart decisions. That's all. And I'd be in the Benz. I ain't worried about that. I'm gonna have my dreams. I'm rocking my team. Fuck it to the day I die. So that's it for me.
Okay. All right, Jared, what you got for us, man?
I don't have much. I'm gonna just say that I think they've drafted really well, from my opinion, so far. But this will be the first free agency that they actually have some money to work with. So this will be very interesting to see how this turn out, especially with the new defensive coordinator. A lot of moves will probably be coming, and it'll be interesting to see who's retained and who's brought in, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So, and also I agree. I think this is the year that we hit the playoffs. So everybody that has counted this regime out, I know they'll be watching closely, but once they do get to the playoffs, it'll be interesting to see what the response will be.
All right. Wait a minute. We got a therapist in the building. Boy.
What up, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, Falcons all day, air day. Listen.
When the hell you get in here?
Oh, I'll tell you, I'm like, what the hell?
I've been
Came out of nowhere.
Hey, you said the damn thing.
He been here the whole time.
Listen, fans. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. We're about to have a balanced, gritty football team on both sides, offense and defense. So get ready for it. We done with the prissy. We ain't got no tutus. We ain't doing no pom-poms. We coming in here slapping your mama in the mouth and taking her wig with us. So, hey. And I believe, I'm going to be in the building too when we get to them playoffs, because it's going to happen. So y'all get ready. Mm-hmm. That's what they was talking about, culture change. Point blank, period.
Damn right. All right, Mike.
All right, so appreciate everybody for joining us. Thank you. Like Wolf said, we on that road to 10K. AFN on that road to 5K. So need everybody to hit that subscribe button. Request the two. Damn. All together. just continue to support us, man. That's really all. Like I said, man, it's all about the conversation. Your ass is gonna get roasted on here, so just understand that. Don't come in here with them pink thongs on, because them bitches gonna get snatched off. All right, you come up in here. All right, so everybody know you gonna get it. Anybody can get it at any given time. So just understand it and don't get in your feelings. That's all we ask. That's all we ask.
That's
Don't get in
funny.
your feelings because you're gonna get it. All right. I got it. I've been called. Yeah, I've been called a lot of stuff. So everybody gonna get it. That's all I got to say, man. But at the end of the day, like I said, we just like have the conversation, man. Everybody have different styles of how they enjoy the game. I'm a traditionalist. I like to see run. I like to see filthy. I like to see disgusting. Some people like more exciting, more big plays, and that's fine, man. Just all we ask, just spread your tape. Don't be in the comments talking about everybody, grandmama and granddad. Come up on here, say what we got to us. That's it. That's all I got to say about that case, though.
Like boy.
Boy.
Man,
Slick
check it
and
out.
tired of
Oh,
that mad Mike and that K Styles picking at me. Stick on it.
Yo, congratulations to the AFN crew, man. Almost 5K, man. Congratulations to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, appreciate you, Wolf.
hey man, hey, they do it. Hey,
Yes,
doing
sir.
the thing, man. Like I said, y'all need to get Wolf. You get Wolf closer to that 1K over there too. He part of the squad as well. So y'all better go ahead and give him
Absolutely.
some love. You get Blackberry some love too. We try to get everybody on the 1K side so we can
shout out to
get
everybody,
these playoff tickets.
man. Congratulations to everybody, man.
Yeah,
Everybody, man. That's a fact.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
All right,
Share this out. Share this out to everybody. Share it out to your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's how we gonna get there, y'all. That's how we gonna get Mike there. That's how we gonna get K-Style there. That's how we gonna get Wolf there. That's how we gonna get myself there. Share this out. Share this out and put the names in the description. It ain't that hard to do. It don't take that long. Show us some love.
Exactly. So I'm gonna just say it like this, man. Like I say, at the end of the day, you're really about to see this regime put their stamp on this team now that they have the opportunity to get rid of the dead weight from the previous regime. Like I said, you've been seeing it in the making for the last couple of years. They're going to a style that doesn't necessarily have a superstar. The system is the star. And we kind of have to get away from a notion that if the system is the star and not the player, then the coach is at failed. It don't work like that. At the end of the day, you win by any means necessary. This is all everybody's talking about. We on a 5-year playoff drought. This is the longest drought the Falcons have had away from the playoffs since 1980. I looked it up. It was like 1983. The longest playoff drought. So enjoy the process. Enjoy the change. Because at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about what we think.
Not a flying fuck.
Hey,
Exactly.
man,
They don't give a damn about what we think.
Watching Wolf video.
I had to throw that in there.
Wolf video. I'm sorry. Oh, Wolf.
I know you ain't looking at that. What you looking at?
What happened?
All right. He ain't saying that. Mike ain't
man.
saying that.
That
So we
boy
gonna go
here.
ahead.
I don't know what it is. It's that lights, but that shit
Yeah.
is dope.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Look, what is what's Terry Fontenot's favorite quote? What's his quote? How you do something is how you do anything.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. How you do something is how you do anything. I'm trying to tell you, man. Oh boy. Ugh. And the NFC, fellas, is wide open. Ain't no quarterbacks in the NFC, bro. It's wide open. And Desmond could go buck wild, man. Oh God.
Hey, we'll say it for the ones that ain't listening in the back, man, because people acting like Ritter ain't a person.
Ritter is. I've watched more Cincinnati college than I've ever watched before, and that kid is good at damn near almost everything. I'm just saying. And he sat behind a guy for how many games? I don't know, fellas. 13 games, 14 games. I don't know, before he quit, whatever. And
13 games.
He watched, he improved. And that last game, I don't care. He showed out with Drake. I'm telling you right now, Kyle Pitts and Drake London are the new Legion of Doom. And no more Hulk. That's a fact.
Well, to what you just said, if people been paying attention, Kyle Pitts is on schedule with his recovery.
Oh, yes, he is.
Did y'all pay attention? Kyle Pitts did not show up until Ritter was playing.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed that, right?
Yep, I saw that.
Okay, so that lets you know Kyle Pitts is excited to find out what he's going to be able to do with Ritter. That man ain't show up none for Mariota after he got hurt, but he came to the game to see Ritter play in person. Y'all got to pay attention to this stuff right in front of y'all face. The Falcons is making – the Falcons, like Mike always say, the Falcons is telling you in your face what they're going to do.
Exactly. Hey, can I give sit your goofy ass down right quick before we leave?
Yeah.
I want to give the sit your goofy ass down to the Phoenix Suns because ain't nowhere in hell I'm giving a first round pick for Jay Crowder. What the fuck wrong with y'all? The hell are we talking about here?
I think they rolled out the bed and bumped their head.
Oh man.
I just had to get that out the way, boy. Ain't no way. And then they talking about that the Hawks supposed to be in the running for Malik Beasley.
Oh my God, bro.
And Jared Vanderbilt. You know what? Cut this shit off. All right, we going out.
We might do a 6 o'clock. We might do a 6 o'clock show tomorrow for that bullshit. But
man, boy,
They said the Jazz want a first round pick for Malik Beasley and Vanderbilt.
Bro, what the hell is going on, bro? Can somebody please explain this bullshit to me, bro?
It's not your job to understand, stupid. It's not your job.
What the hell is
going on? Man, that shit's so bad. I ain't even cut the damn music on, man. Shit. Until next time, y'all. Y'all tune in for the 6-man combo tomorrow. Like you said, you might get an early Rex pit tomorrow just from that bullshit I just did.
I'm trying to tell you, I feel like I just stubbed my big toe, bro.
Well, them executives need to get drug tested just for that shit right there.
What the hell?
Oh my God. What the hell?
When I say